sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
First of all, theme refers to the unifying central concern of the film. While a filmmaker can basically focus on theme, there are little sub-genres of things that happen in filmmaking. Basically 4 main sub-genres. You have plot-based films, you have films that convey plenty of emotion, you have films that focus on style, you have films that just focus on ideas. All of this stuff comes together in one, but it all depends on how much like the filmmaker focuses on one topic. Basically, like say like a movie like Transformers, they focus on plot-based. Plot-based films are films that if you go and leave the bathroom and you come back, you're not gonna know where you're at. But say a filmmaker like Wes Anderson, he focuses more on the stylistic perspective of filmmaking. While all of these things, they're all different, at the end of the day, film is like basically conveying your theme, conveying what you want to tell to your audience. Another thematic element is basically a film that focuses on ideas. And I'm going to give you an example right now. Basically, like, look at the movie Get Out. Get Out is a movie that focuses on ideas. An ideas-based film is basically a film that makes your audience think about the message that you're trying to portray to them. Like, it's filled with lots of motifs, it's filled with lots of hidden symbols, but at the end of the day, your audience is going to even question themselves about what the film is truly about and what it means to them. So basically in Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele, the fantastic director from my opinion, I believe so, he basically tells people that racism is still alive, but he doesn't make it to whereas it's like this thing where you're just tired of watching, like you're into it, and he puts his own twist to it. But to be honest with you, he also conveys a little bit of emotion, but not too much. He's basically like focusing on ideas. Compared to like a film that focuses on plot, like Avengers. Avengers is a film that basically is like all plot, like it's all over the place. Like Transformers, all those movies, like even Pirates of the Caribbean, those movies have plot. Those movies take you on an adventure and they're just focused on entertaining the audience. But like say films like Wes Anderson that focus on style, they're basically the lowest films. Like people like it's very artistic to see a stylistic film for myself because I'm a filmmaker, but the average audience member isn't gonna want to spend money just to see someone's like artistic viewpoint. They want to get entertained. And the reason why, I'll tell you why stylistic films don't get that much praise. It's because stylistic films are different and they dare to be different. They rarely follow the Hollywood route. And it's just that the audience really needs to understand the art of film to really get into stylistic filmmaking. More than likely, without dramatic elements, we wouldn't have anything to enhance our film to make it more cinematic, to make it feel like real life in a way, but not really, but like just make your audience feel more connected emotionally with your films. Using dramatic elements adds some flavor and some taste to your films also too. And even characterization, because you don't want to make a million of characters that are like you, like the filmmaker, because if you're making a narrative film, I'm not going to make a million of Travis Davises. Like I'm going to make a character that's its own, just like Mud. The film Mud is basically like, the film itself is like characterizing everyone in the film. Basically everyone is like hidden in a way. Like everyone, they live in this dirty area. Like even the main character Mud, he actually looks like he like took a bath in the mud. So basically adding these to your films will enhance things. Dramatic elements, characterization, convey emotion. The next topic we're gonna look at is coming of age films, and that's basically putting a young person through experiences that make them grow up throughout the film. And I have a film to mention Almost Famous. That film basically puts a protagonist as at a really young age and shows how he is sheltered, and then he basically like unravels, and then he goes on this journey with these random people that like are famous, and basically he's there reporting, doing all that stuff like that. And so he's learning and he's growing. And now let's get into films that focus on character. Now, this is a big thing. Basically, films that focus just on character can't do without that one character. Like, say, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yet is a plot-based film, it's more of actually a character-based film, because without him, the whole film will be like, I mean, where's Spider-Man? You know what I'm saying? So basically, a film that focuses on character has to have that character, like Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump needs to be in the movie Forrest Gump. Without him, there's no Forrest Gump. So basically, films that focus on character are meant to follow the character, and basically like the audience is basically like looking and basically viewing the character grow more as he goes through, or she goes through, their trials and tribulations throughout the film. Now, I'm not saying that like Spider-Man is not a plot-based film. I'm just saying that's an example of a character-based film. Thematic elements that focus on emotion or mood can basically go either way if you think about it. You can make a film that's really dramatic, or you can make a film that's really funny and gains your audience attention. Basically, the sole purpose in making an emotion-based film is to like try to convey and try to feel the emotions of your audience. Basically, like in horror films, you want to scare your audience. You want your audience to feel scared. Basically, in comedy movies, you want your audience to laugh. That's giving an emotion in your film. Like an example, like say a movie like Medea. Medea is a comedy movie and they want to focus on the audience laughing. Also, film noir is another style of film. This style of film basically came throughout the back in the days, you know, before majority of us were living. Film noir was basically showing the dark depths of the world and the truth of like the darkness. There was a lot of anti-heroes. There was a lot of over-exaggerated fight scenes. Basically, film noir is like it's a style of its own. It was created back in the day, but honestly right now, the only film that I've seen recently that's of film noir is Brick. And mostly these films don't really get that big and popular nowadays, but they're still good, you know, and they're still good storytelling films. So guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you learned something. I mean, I know we all know the same thing, but you know, that's it, and have a good day.